So like 2 weeks ago, I put out a tweet for an Ask Me Anything, and I got very busy in that time. Plus April Fool's came around, so I thought that that would have a bit of priority. So now that I finally have the time to do it, it is like... I don't have a watch. I don't watch my clocks right there though. It is 6:30 a.m. and I thought, why not do it now? Because, I don't know, I usually always record at like 6 a.m. So, why not go through these questions right now? Just roll the intro, I have nothing to say. First question goes from Ariel. Projects for the future. I do actually have a few projects that I have set for the future. Not really like major projects, but for modding, I have one of them, which is which was originally meant for 2,000 subs. Not thinking that it would take that long to get there, to celebrate it. So I thought like, okay, I'll just have this project slowly be worked on in due time. And then suddenly I was at 3,000 in the span of 4 days. So that's getting delayed to 5,000 now, I think. But the project in question is modding all 9 classes, including maybe some miscellaneous, from Team Fortress 2. I already have a few of them ready, and I have already posted a few tweets about it every now and then. If you watch my Twitter, you can see them, or I'll just post them around here right now. Post them around here, I'll just show them right now. But you'll see what I mean. And more of them will be made in due time, and more of this project will be shown, I guess, the more I get closer to that milestone. Next question, KSSBH. I saw the montage about the guitars you posted, and I would love to know how I can edit like that. Any tips? I can give 3 general tips on how to improve your editing better. That is, gameplay. It's just improving your own gameplay. It is, learn at least a minimum amount of modding. Simply learn how to do light edits from stage editing, like for backgrounds and green screens. Finick around, experiment with your editing software, and get inspiration from other people. Actually, 4 tips. That is just use still cameras. Do not use Brawlhalla's own camera movements mostly, so you have more control over what you want to have focus on in your videos. That's what I do. I can go more in depth about all of this at a later day, because I can also because I'm currently working on a project as well, and I want to, by the end of that, when that project is done, I want to make how it's done, to show off how it's all, well, made. Maybe that would also help you, but this project is still heavily work in progress. Are you, from Raphael Drew Boltman, are you going to continue the Behind the Character series? You started with Penny and was hoping to see more. Maybe, because I don't know. The video in question, it was just kind of experimental to see how I would like it and how it would be received by people, and it's a bit meh. I don't know if I want to continue that. I might, but I would need to get up with more stories. I would need to think of more stories to talk about. The only ones that I really have to talk about then are just my own character or some other random ass vacation stories I can come up with. And what are your thoughts on modding on the future of modding for Brawlhalla, being in both in technical and practical terms? Seeing how BMG is already being very limited on how much they want Brawlhalla to be modded, or to what an extent we are able to mod it publicly, I don't really see it shine big unless Brawlhalla themselves also steps in and like, yo, we support you, we want to see more of what you guys make. And that would be it. Do you? Do I what? Do I what? Do I what? What? From Radrax. When are you going to perform your civic duty and drop a Magyar skin? Eventually. But more seriously, what do you think BMG should recognize modding more like Terraria, Ringworld, and Minecraft? Yes. It could help expand the lifetime of the game by allowing people more access to modding, even if it just is solely in a private setting, to have people be allowed to, you know, finick around with like game stats on like offline only. It could expand maybe a lifespan for like quite some time, because people will be interested in other ways of playing the game. And what's your worst experience with the game and the community? I have a lot of experiences with the community, but I think the worst one would be back not even a few, almost like 4 or 5 years ago, when I was in the clan Mysticus, and there was some controversy going around between staff. I was within the clan staff at the time, and I woke up the next day with people impersonating me in the main Brawlhalla Discord. I was I mentioned about it, I got like a bunch of DMs about it. And then I had to go into full damage control because people were trying to shame my name. Fun. Totally not toxic. Welcome to Brawlhalla. When do you think Brawlhalla editing was at its peak? And what do you think, about Brawlhalla editing in general? I don't really watch it. I don't really watch that many different Brawlhalla edits because I feel like a lot of it is growing to be the same. You can see Brawlhalla edits in like 3 or 4 categories. You have the simply, I'm gonna show off clips to some music and call it a day. You have people who will go out of their exact, like every single way to put their editing above viewing the gameplay, and which also just like cuts around every mistake that is within that gameplay to make the clip look as good. You will have edits like mine that will try and show off the gameplay in a better fashion by editing better impacts and just beat syncing. And you have, oh yeah, the shitpost. And I love those. I think the shitpost one are one of the better ones, honestly, because I still like to do those myself as well. Like, I don't much watch the first and last one, the first and second one I mentioned, because I like to watch gameplay at its pure form. Edits like our reader I used to watch because they were just immensely good. But then there's something like Little Stork back when he was a thing, stuff like Stefanfro. Yeah, I think that's it. But then there are just all of the other things around it that it's just like, oh, I'm going to put 24 hours of work time into a single clip just to make sure that it looks edgy enough to my anime music. Yeah, that's not something I like. But in general, I feel like it was at its peak during the R-Reader era. From Kevin Legal. Kevin Legal? I think Kevin Legal. Do you have any big goals related to modding, like being hired at BMG or to make a skin? Alright, I'm about to drop some truth on you all. Half to 3/4 of the mods that I have posted are commissions, and they are not made by me. In general, I used to mod. I have modded before. I'm not going to say that I have never modded skins or have tried to make skins, but I just don't have enough time in my, well, if I were to just have more time, I would try and put more effort into skin modding. I don't. So far, I prefer to commission people that I know would fit the style of the character I want to have in the game. Edit a video with it to give them like some more exposure. Give that video and just the mod in general more exposure. And just post it. I don't care about what reaches it gets, as long as it gets like promoted. I like to promote other people's work, even if it goes at the cost of my own money. And do I have any goals with all of this? No. I just like editing. Video editing has become a massive hobby for me throughout the lockdown section here. It was just a good way to express myself with creativity. To answer your question, no, I don't really have many major goals with the modding, with the editing. I feel like the biggest I can get within the Brawlhalla community is as a community partner. But seeing as I'm blocked by Brawlhalla, I doubt that will happen anytime soon. From LifeFire7, what makes Brawlhalla the most fun for you in its current state? Like, what game modes do you like playing with? Legends make you enjoy playing? What I enjoy most about the game itself is how satisfying the gameplay can get. I feel like Brawlhalla, in difference of games like Smash Brothers, is that it has its own unique sense. Like, every Smash game has its own unique taste of it, with like from just simply different graphics to the different amount of characters, the different mechanics and gameplay. Brawlhalla has stayed most consistent in that throughout its lifespan, as well as just all of its characters staying consistent with each other. You can pick up one character, learn those weapons, and have a basic understanding of the other character with those weapons, and still perform half decent to alright. And I like that consistency. Another thing that I do like about Brawlhalla itself is just that it is a great learner. It's a great learner. It's a great teacher. You can immediately see within looking at replays of what fields you need to perform better if you just pay attention to that. Like, if you want to improve greatly within Brawlhalla itself, you need to learn how to fight spammers. You need to learn how to improve your punish game, and messing that up, looking back at the replay, and then seeing what you did wrong is a great way to improve your own gameplay. And that's what I like about it, because it's just, it teaches you by just itself. Even though the gameplay itself, the game progress itself teaches you how to perform better. It just sucks that their fucking training mode only got added recently. It just sucks that their training challenges only got added recently. Also, IRL question, how long have you been a baker and what is your first creations look like? My first creations looks like shit. For people that don't know, I am a boulanger and I don't know the English name of this, pâtissier. I'll find the name and put the translation on here when I can. But I've been working and educating myself for the baking industry for the last 6 years. I'm completely graduated community college and community college and college-wise, and I've been enjoying it. But it does come with its downsides. Like right now, like I said, it's 6 a.m. It is 6 a.m. and that is my usual wake up time for work is 3 a.m. The time that by this time, no one's up, and I like to be up at this hour. So, this is like my prime time to record gameplay, but no one's up. You get my problem. I'm a morning person. I like to do all my stuff in the early morning, but I can't do that if I'm just gonna have 15-minute queue times and stuff like Brawlhalla, and then 2-minute gameplays. I have to cut around so much queuing time whenever I make my edits. It sucks. But, I love my job, and I feel like, by this point I will have some of my first creations, if I can find some images of those, because I don't have those on my current phone, and then I will also have some of my latest works here. Trust me, there's a massive difference! How'd you get into modding? Google. I am someone that loves modding video games in general. Before I got into Brawlhalla, I loved to play Team Fortress 2, and I loved to install and just mess around with mods at that. So, I feel like that's just a natural progression at that point. What's your favorite, from Giro Lawnmower? What is your actual tag? Reno Spark Rocket, got it. Wait, Giro Lawnmower. Alright, what's your favorite Brawlhalla mod you've done so far? Alright. I feel like this is an obvious answer, but Rivals of Valhalla, simply because of it being literally my biggest passion project. I'm so happy with like everyone that was involved within that mod in general, everyone that wanted to help out, because this was just literally a joke that got out of hand. I'm not even kidding. This is just a joke that got out of hand. Me and Spooky originally just wanted to make like, we were just sitting in a VC and we're just like, you know what? What if we made like a UI that looked more like Brawlhalla's UI? And then it just went. We had a ton of ideas. We have been sitting in voice chat for like weeks on end making, like a bunch of different designs and a bunch of different like little ideas to just make the UI a bit more purple, which is how the first UI looked. And then Qstone got involved, and then Raphael Drew Boltman got involved, and then Bucket got involved, and then Ace got involved, and a bunch of other people that designed shit for us to help us out, and then it just went. We took 3 or so. Wait, when did this originally come out? It came out in. I'm looking over the mod page right now. It came out 3 years ago. 3 years ago, on May 6th, the original version came out, and then it took us another 2 years to come out with the version we have today. Even though it's very much broken because of how Brawlhalla works, it sucks. but it's what we have to live with. I just hope sound modding gets back on a massive scale again, so I can at least have all the music back. I still at times play with all the stages on, because I just love them. I love them. From real, is this the last question? Yes? I feel like that's it. I've got everyone. I've got all of the questions so far, so I feel like I'm done. This is, of course, very much a different video than what I usually do. If you do enjoy it and want to see more kind of like, oh, hey, I talk about stories kind of video, let me know. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Subscribe, thanks for watching. Oh, no, wait. I gotta do it better. I gotta do better. I'll see!